Hey parents, lovely to have you here as always. So this video is for those of you that feel not quite as in control with your wee ones as you'd like. Perhaps your child tends to run rings around you a little bit and get their own sweet way a little bit more often than you'd like. Well, this video is for you and delves a little bit into what's going on. Now, firstly, fret not. I haven't a shred of doubt that every single parent, every parent walking planet Earth has felt this way at one stage or another. So chill. And secondly, I get it. You know, when you have this beautiful little creature, your flesh and blood, or your beautiful, beautiful pride and joy that you love to pieces and will do anything for, and all you want for them is to feel loved and be happy and not want or need for anything. And they look up at you and say, "Mummy, you must hate me for not buying that toy," or tears and tantrums, or all those other awful heart-wrenching things that kids pull. And when you're so deeply entrenched in the thick of that, you know, within your family life, that those little instances are regularly occurring, you know, it can be so tricky sometimes to kind of gauge what's going on exactly. That said, the one thing you must understand, you know, whatever your setup is, whatever your family network is irrelevant. You are a pack, and as the parents, you are the alpha of that pack. And when you are displaying weaknesses, "Oh, Bob, you know, he just hit his sister 20 times and spat out his dinner. Oh, but I'll give him a chocolate biscuit anyway." Or, "Ethel, yeah, she's screaming her head off in the car and that's super dangerous and like really distracting, but oh, I'll just stop and give them all ice cream anyway." You know, those kinds of instances, you are not showing yourself to be the confident leader of that pack. You know, and all those kinds of instances, which are really easily done, but in your child's eyes though, their respect levels for you are absolutely plummeting. They know they can pretty much do whatever they like and there's zero consequence. 9 times out of 10, and I've seen this hundreds of times, so you're not alone. You know, if you do feel weak in certain circumstances, if you do struggle to say no at times, you know, if you do feel a bit of a pushover as a parent, it's because you are governed in those moments by negative emotions. And the dominant emotions in those given circumstances will either be fear or guilt. Those are the worst places to come from, you know, when taking action or just simply responding to your child. If your child is within a hierarchy and they're going off guilt and fear from you, they will sense this. They know this on an instinctual level from a very young age, and they will utilize it to get the sweets or to get whatever you happen to struggle with. Now, there might be a variety of types of fear, like embarrassment, what other people might think, for example, or, you know, fear that the behaviour might escalate, so you give in. And there might be a variety of reasons for all of that. And the same goes with guilt. But regardless of the hows and whys of it, just understand, if you feel fear or guilt when dealing with your child, you will only ever attract them feeling a sense of dominance over you, as sad as that sounds. And it's not because they're bad, you know, it's not because it's sinister, it's just simply learnt behaviour. You know, they're understanding their world, they're understanding themselves, and they're understanding you and what works, you know, and they're clever little human beings. You know, we underestimate quite how clever children are. You know, they're incredible. So take a moment to consider your responses, your emotions, how you felt at those times, how you may have come across to your child. And just start to be conscious of those little factors, you know, in those moments where your child tends to dictate what's going on. Instead, you know, come from a place of love and self-respect as a parent, especially as a parent, you know, is a fundamental component of love, you know, of loving yourself and in turn loving them. You know, by showing them first and foremost how to be spoken to, you know, how to be treated, what the clear boundaries are. And being more aware of this, you know, your interactions with your child will begin to take a brighter new course. Because FYI everyone, aside from the fact that you'd love nothing better than none of these shenanigans, your children want to respect you. You know, because as well as all the love and all the other awesomeness they need, they actually crave a parent they respect, believe it or not. You know, and I don't mean fear, I do mean respect. Someone they can confidently trust to follow and look up to. And, you know, when that happens, you know, it's only like calm and peace that transpires for everybody. Anyway, I hope this has given you some insight. If you want a clear technique on how to gain more respect and better behaviour from your child, then check out my video in the description box below. But thank you very much. Lots of love to you and your families. Bye-bye.